solusi empati, tegas inovasi Anda setia. Solusi empati, tegas inovasi Anda, pelayanan publik yang prima bagi Jakarta. Komitmen amanah, dedikasi sepenuh hati, dengan inovasi tiada henti, multi channel public service delivery 1500164, call center dan ajib siap melayani setia.
Solusi empati, tegas inovasi Anda. 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 Solusi empati, tegas inovasi Anda.
Sebagai inisiatif pembangunan kota yang berketahanan dan berkelanjutan, pemerintah Provinsi DKI Jakarta terus membuka peluang investasi kepada investor yang tertarik berinvestasi di Jakarta. Hadirnya Jakarta Investment Centre dan Jakarta Investment Forum semakin memperluas akses dalam memfasilitasi calon investor untuk menggali peluang bisnis dan kerjasama, serta mempertemukan calon investor dengan pihak pemerintah terkait. Berbagai upaya telah dilakukan. Salah satunya pemerintah telah menerbitkan peraturan tata ruang yang diperbarui dalam mendukung iklim bisnis dan investasi yang ramah untuk menarik lebih banyak investor asing ke Jakarta.
In the first quarter 2023, Jakarta economy saw a positive trend. Jakarta FDI realization also reached a remarkable achievement with a total of $1.18 billion and grow positively compared to the same period in 2020. As one of the biggest cities in the Southeast Asia, Jakarta is a city full of opportunity that not only offer a business-friendly environment but also a huge and sophisticated market. Furthermore, Jakarta Investment Centre (JIC) is the investment promotion agency under Jakarta provincial government, will provide information for permit and license application as well as facilitate with local and foreign investment to invest in Jakarta. In this opportunity, on behalf of Jakarta provincial government, I invite you to come and collaborate with us. Sukses Jakarta untuk Indonesia.
Dalam jangka waktu ke depan, Jakarta dinilai masih akan menjadi salah satu wilayah yang berkontribusi besar terhadap perekonomian Indonesia. Berbagai peluang masih terbuka bagi para investor. Dengan nilai sejarah dan infrastruktur yang sudah terbangun sangat baik, Jakarta diyakini akan tetap menjadi magnet investasi bagi para investor. Walaupun nantinya tidak menjadi ibu kota negara, Jakarta tetap memiliki potensi besar sebagai kota pusat bisnis, investasi, dan keuangan utama di Indonesia.
even after the relocation of the capital city of Indonesia, Jakarta still, confirms ourselves as a special region of Jakarta, which act as a trade, financial service, monetary investment license services, and national business activity centers on regional and global scale. So we are confident to keep our identity, to be, even more escalating, to be the economic and business activity center, not only in Indonesia, but also in the regional and global scale. That's the approach that we want to enhance in the near future. And having that in mind, we realized that the investment opportunities arise at the development transition, such as the previous one I mentioned, the capital city relocation, also the transit-oriented development construction, and many transformations from the point of view of detailed spatial plan. And then we also acknowledge that the beneficial policy shift will come along, including in the investment aspect, especially on the property sectors. Capital structures and financial products should be integrated from the very beginning of the investment cost needed by large-scale areas development. So basically, we as the government really want to initiate and drive the development of Jakarta in the approach of areas rather than parcel by parcel. We can prepare all the comprehensive infrastructure from the very beginning and then involve the community and the business sectors, and then result with the more proper service, especially for the community in that area. Jakarta will focus on urban redevelopment in several points across the city, using the main approach of transit-oriented development. Several asset utilization recommendation where the investment can be applied. First, in the TOD areas and public transportation access, that's also aligning with what Bu Mary just explained before, and then the business service areas, multifunctional public space, and the mixed-use areas. There are going to be applied several scheme of floor area ratio, which especially the investors can utilize all the benefits, the bonus and the performance zoning. So it will be easier for the investors to develop a more flexible property, especially in this approach. Okay, so we have the case study of Block M as the City of ASEAN. May I remind you, this is still a research. This is still a study conducted by the Jakarta Investment Centre and the Department of Investment and Integrated One-Stop Service. So the idea is to promote Jakarta as the City of ASEAN, as we know that the current Secretariat of ASEAN is located in the south of Jakarta, in the Block M in Kebayoran Baru. And why not, if we increase the area, escalate it, and then make it more integrated with the surrounding area of Senayan, Kebayoran Baru, and make it a more compact super block, accommodating the diplomats, housing and hospitality, commercial and offices, and business market. It's actually not very new. It has been applied before with the Geneva and Bonn as the UN city, and also the New York City as the headquarters of UN. So this is similar to that. We want to build a super block concept with high-rise building with the minimum heights of 60 to 80 floors. And then probably we can divide all the lands and parcels to the 13 Asian members of countries, and then make a very good building connectivity through sky bridge and underground bridge, which can accommodate all the pedestrians and the public transport as well. So this is the artist image of what we has been researching. There will be apartment, Asian Secretariat, MRT station. So that's the idea, that one study case that we're doing now, probably to revitalize the current area, to make it more, attractive for investors, and make Jakarta to lead ourselves to be the centers of economic for regional and global scale. And next, for the ease of doing business in Jakarta, I want to jump a bit about the topic from the topic before, how to invest in Jakarta. We now in Indonesia have the online single submission system, risk-based licensing system introduction. This is handled by the central government, the Ministry of Investment. So it's very easy. The business sectors can just log into the system and then register, and then the system will identify whether you are in the low risk, medium high, or high risk. So the next step will be guided one step by step. It's simple, and it's also they have all the introduction and guideline there. It's making the business that you're doing in Indonesia and Jakarta in particular is way easier than before. So next, along with that is handled by the central government. We too, in the Department of Investment and Integrated One-Stop Service of the Provincial Government of Jakarta, have the tool to accompany you, to assist you in, gathering information, searching for information that can be found through our investment data portal called pintoinvestjakarta.go.id. Basically, it's a very thoroughly data portal which integrate all the spatial information with the investment and also the characteristic of Jakarta, such as demographic and the demographic, and then infrastructure, stuff like that. So there, by system, you can just easily search what kind of detailing of the information that Bu Mary previously explained about all the zoning regulation, but here in a more user-friendly kind of way, and then with what kind of business that you want to invest in Jakarta. So to use this map, to use this data portal, you can just come to Jakarta Investment Centre basically, and then we can assist you, facilitate you towards what you need for growing your business. Yeah, this is the appearance of the data portal. It can also calculate of how much of investment return that you can potentially gain in the future, for example. And then you can see right next to your parcel what kind of population there, what kind of infrastructure, how is the livability index, and then what is the transact zones until 2030, for example, stuff like that. You can just easily find in the investment data portal called the pintoinvest.jakarta.go.id. So here I'm going to tell you a bit about Jakarta Investment Centre. So we are also the entity, the organization is also one of the, the tools for making your business is more hassle-free. We are basically an investment promotion agency under the Jakarta Provincial Government. So which you want to do a permit or licensing application or just finding information, we can help you. And I have three divisions of research, promotion, and facilitation. I will walk you through very brief about what we do in Jakarta Investment Centre. So we're located in the 5th floor of Public Service Mall in Kuningan, South Jakarta. So I welcome you all, the dear participants, to come to my office, and then we can do webinar again or seminar. We have all spaces and also the team to assist you to do stuff like that. For the investment research unit, this is the first division. Our main focus for this year is in the first left-hand side. We are conducting the highest and best use study of potential areas. So that really aligns with what I explained before about the Block M City of ASEAN. So basically, we are trying to, find areas that can be built into a more value for investment, and then we can pitch the idea to many investors coming to us, and then let's see how we can collaborate to develop those areas. So that's what we are working right now from the research unit, along with other stuff like identifying investment promotion, and then the strategy for ease of doing business, etc. And then for the promotion unit, we do the one that this year is the 3rd annual event of Jakarta, which is the Jakarta Investment Forum. And then we also conduct several seminars and webinars called JIC Talks, and then attending business forum, also promoting potential investment projects. We do close collaboration with embassies, IIPC, business chambers, etc. And then for the investment facilitation unit, we in Jakarta Investment Centre have several dedicated teams to facilitate investors coming, starting from giving informations about whatever they want to find. Also connect them to other stakeholders in DKI Jakarta, private or business, private or government, and then also connect them with our regional owned enterprises for the projects that they are ready to offer. So this facilitation unit with the special dedicated team, I really hope that it can give you a more happy experience in doing your business here, rather than being confused who to meet, who to call, etc. So this is what we are for. And I'd like to introduce a bit about Jakarta Investment Forum in 2023. This year we're going to collaborate with the Indonesian Chairmanship of ASEAN 2023. It will be conducted from now, June, the event, up until the GIF plenary in August 2023. So here, I also invite you to come to the Jakarta Investment Forum. Let's meet there.
The China ASEAN Business Alliance, which is known as CABA, is formed at the ASEAN Secretariat as a commercial bridge between China and ASEAN. CABA promotes greater networking, cooperation amongst businesses in China and ASEAN countries. In this aspect, we focus on trade facilitation, investment, business, and people-to-people connectivity. The ASEAN region was among the fastest growing regions in the world in 2022. The Asian Development Bank predicted the economic growth in Southeast Asia will equate to 5.5% for 2022. If ASEAN were a single country, it would already be the 7th largest economy in the world, with a combined GDP of 2.4 trillion in 2013. It's projected to rank as the 4th largest economy by 2050. ASEAN is the 4th largest exporting region in the world, trailing only after the European Union, North America, and China. It accounts for 7% of global exports, and its member states have developed sophisticated manufacturing capabilities, and we aspire ASEAN to be a one single production hub, and as well as a consumer market as well. The IMF has forecast global growth at 3.2% in 2022 and 2.7% in 2023. As such, ASEAN remains an attractive destination for international investment, providing investors with exposure to one of the fastest growing regions globally. ASEAN and China were each other's largest trading partner. Trade between China and ASEAN has skyrocketed by 85 times since two sides established relations 30 years ago. In 2022, China's trade with ASEAN accounted for 50.3% of the scale of imports and exports to the other regional cooperation economic pact members, or also known as RCEP. Indonesia is the 4th largest consumer market in the world in terms of population size, just behind China, India, and United States. Indonesia, burgeoning middle class, is also becoming a dominant force within its consumer market. By 2020, urban consumers are expected to account for estimated 57% of country's total population. Indonesia had always had a strong focus on major infrastructure projects across connectivity, transport, urbanization, and energy. For instance, in transport, The investment is 7.8 billion Jakarta-Bandung high-speed rail, the 16 billion Jakarta MRT, the Jakarta-Surabaya high-speed train. Indonesia, the largest economy in Southeast Asia, has seen the value of digital industry grow significantly from 41 billion in 2019 to 77 billion in 2022. There are several factors behind the rapid growth of Indonesia's digital economy over this period. Firstly, a substantial young population that's technically savvy. Second, the relatively high mobile penetration facilitates the frequent use of e-commerce and social media sites to buy and sell products. Thirdly, the growing popularity of digital payments to support the increase in online consumption. And finally, the government has introduced supportive policies to boost digital economy, accompanied by improvement in digital infrastructure. The result of all this measure has shown the number of users has increased greatly across the pandemic period, from 150 million in 2019 to 203 million in 2021. It reflects a high internet penetration rate of 73.7%. In 2023 this year, Indonesia, as the ASEAN chair, picks the theme of ASEAN Matters, epicentrum of growth. President Joko Widodo stated that ASEAN needs to be stable and peace, an epicentrum of global stability. ASEAN also needs to be consistent in enforcing international law and avoid being proxy to anyone. ASEAN needs to be a region of dignity that upholds high humanity and democracy. With President Joko Widodo's speech as the highlight, let us unveil the curtain of today's forum to feature the investment climate, infrastructure, urbanization, and sustainability project at one of the most promising cities in Indonesia, Jakarta.
Urus izin sendiri.
Urus izin sendiri.
Urus izin sendiri itu mudah. Follow Instagram @layanan Jakarta.